Welcome to the Charity Connector. Hosted by Dominic Fenton and produced by Grow Radio, we give you an insight into the hearts of charities making waves in our world.
Hi everyone and welcome back to the Charity Connector. I'm your host Dom Fenton and we have another guest, but also this is a special edition. Hi Becca, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
It's great to have you here, and as you said, it is a bit of a special one because actually this is in the lead up to a certain event that's coming up. So Becca, for those who don't know you, why don't you just introduce yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm Becca Innes and I'm the founder of a charity organisation called Come Together for CAM. So what I do is I fundraise for the mental health charity CAM, which stands for Campaign Against Living Miserably.
Amazing. And so we've obviously spoken about CAM quite a lot.
We have.
And obviously been involved in other sort of parts of your project and things like that. So why don't you just tell listeners and viewers why you got involved in the first place?
So back in 2020, I actually lost my cousin to suicide. And the following year, when the anniversary was coming up, I wanted to do something positive. I wanted to do something to remember him. So I researched into a lot of charities. And at the time, CAM was predominantly focused on men's mental health and male suicide. And for me, that kind of fitted best with everything I looked at, every charity I looked at, that one fitted best with what I wanted to do. And I've just stuck with them, even though they do now support everyone.
Okay. And it is really important. And obviously having my own mental health issues and journey as well, obviously that's where we've connected a lot more as well. So what sort of events have you done already?
Oh, goodness, I've done so many things. So we've done lots of different online events, from murder mystery evenings to networking meetings to 12-hour live streams. Earlier this year, I did a 14-hour tombola on Facebook Live. I've climbed a mountain on crutches. We've had people shave their heads. We've done all sorts of crazy things.
And the thing is, as I say, I was involved with the streaming live.
Yeah.
And obviously came on and shared a little bit of my story. So obviously you couldn't just finish at what you did last year.
No.
Why don't you now tell people what you've got coming up?
So on the 16th of November, we are hosting the first and last Come Together for CAM Gala. And it's something that a lot of people in the team had kind of said, one day we want to do a gala. And I thought, you know what, maybe now is the time to take the fundraising from online and do it in person.
It's a big step, isn't it?
It is, for someone that doesn't do in-person stuff, Dom.
It is a big thing, but actually you see a lot of galas around. You see a lot of people doing fundraising events and galas like that. So in terms of the gala, 16th of November, why don't you just tell people where it is? And the thing is, we've still got tickets available.
We do.
So part of this is to actually raise the profile of the gala and just see if there's anyone else who wants to come. Why don't you tell people if they wanted to come, what they'd expect from the night?
Yeah, so it's taking place at the Village Hotel in Coventry. And we start with a drinks reception, as most of these things do. You obviously get your 3-course meal. We have entertainment throughout the night. We've got a singer, we've got a magician, we've got a celebrity DJ, because I don't do things by halves. We've got a charity auction with loads of amazing prizes. And we are going to talk a little bit about mental health and all that sorts of things, but it's not all going to be negative. I want a mix of the serious side, because that, at the end of the day, is why we're all going to be in that room. But I also want to celebrate the people that have come out the other side. And I want to end the night on a high, which is why we have the DJ, which is why we have a bit of a party at the end of the night. So you're getting 7 hours of time with me for your money.
That's all people need to know. 7 hours with you. Don't worry about the celebrity DJ or anything else. But
it's your only chance to meet me in person this year.
Oh my, what? Why wouldn't people want to do it?
And I promise, Dom, I'll remember you this time.
Yeah, that's a little hidden secret, little hidden joke, that one. So, which is, but hey, we can make that happen. That's fine. So, in terms of obviously the night, there's obviously raising money and things like that. How can people get involved?
So obviously, one way is to grab a ticket for the event. We also have some sponsorships available, and these are small sponsorships. And for that, you get kind of social media advertising, you get your logos displayed on the night, you get access to our community, all that sorts of things. And the other way that people can get involved if they can't be here, and you heard this here first because I've not actually told all the team yet, is that I have secured a link so you can bid on our charity auctions even if you aren't in the room on the night.
Amazing. So you could even look at some of these wonderful auction prizes,
Yeah,
them from your own armchair.
yeah, exactly. Which that's something I always kind of wanted to include because obviously I live in Aberdeen. My family are all up here and can't come to the gala. But there's one or two items like the Manchester United signed shirt that someone in my family really wants. So rather than me having to try and be a proxy person for that, I thought, you know what, it makes sense to get that link out there and raise as much money as we can.
Yeah, and I think as well the opportunity for people to be able to join from wherever they are and actually be able to feel part of the night
Yeah, and it
actually just works, isn't it?
and I'm sure some of it will be streamed on our socials and such like as well. I probably will not take responsibility for that myself, but given that the entire team is going to be there on the night, I'm sure there will be lots of things to pop up on socials so that people can see what's going on.
Yeah, and I think as I say, it'll be a wonderful evening. Mental health is so important. If
Yeah.
and the fact is that the money that will raise will go to them and make an impact in terms of the support that can be put in place. Was there a figure that you were looking at? You don't have to tell me if you're not. Have you got a rough idea what you're looking at?
I do, but whether it's realistic or not, that's a bit I don't know. So from the word go, I said I wanted to raise 10 grand from this event.
Okay.
Nice round number. Will I be disappointed if I don't do it? Absolutely, because I always feel like I could do more. But, £12 funds a call with Calm. And if we raise even several £1,000s, that's a lot of people that we could be helping.
And I think that's a bit the fact that you are doing this and that you and your team are putting this event on. Actually, any money raised will make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. And none of us are shy to speak out about it. I'm very lucky in that I've been lucky. I've never suffered with depression or anything. But I think sometimes that is powerful in itself because I'm someone that doesn't suffer myself, that's willing to speak out and say, do you know what? It is okay. If you struggle, that's okay. And not many people that don't struggle themselves seem to have that same feeling.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel a bit like it's just me sometimes.
And
One of a
and,
kind.
and the thing is, there's unfortunately within the world we're in now, there's a lot of people who suffer, who also feel they're the only one, or they feel
Yeah.
isolated, or they feel on their own, which is where it links to the organisation, it links to the charity itself, and
Yeah.
actually, there we, as I say, as a group of people, we just need to try and make a difference.
Yeah. And I still want to kind of focus predominantly on raising the awareness for male suicide. Because in the 4 years I've been doing this and speaking to people about my experiences and listening to theirs, every single person that I've heard a story, it's been a man that's committed suicide and not a woman.
Yeah,
And I've heard a lot of those stories now.
yeah, and the thing, once you put yourself into that area, that arena of talking to people and listening to people, it's amazing the stories that you hear,
Yeah.
but also then it actually amazes me the amount of people that are willing to open up.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, some of those stories have been tough to listen to because sometimes they resonate with me. They're close to what
Yeah,
I've experienced. Or some of them are just particularly heartbreaking to hear the knock-on effects that it's had. So I think it's important to get those stories out there, because although things are improving, they're nothing close to where they should be.
Yeah, and I think the more we realise, actually, yes, they are stepping forward and moving forward. There's still a long way to go.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people that probably might be listening to this and thinking, I couldn't stand up and admit that I'm struggling. And it shouldn't be like that. Anyone should be able to pick up the phone, ring someone and say, I need help, without any judgment.
Yeah, and if it and the thing is, from a personal experience, and obviously we've just had a brief chat beforehand, and you've asked me to talk on the night as well.
I have done, yeah.
And share my story. Very privileged to do that. Actually, if it wasn't for speaking out and being open and reaching for help, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So,
And it's one of the reasons I remember when you were at your lowest, and I hope you don't mind me saying, you were someone that was worried I was going to get up one day and find out you weren't here anymore.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are here, that you are still involved, and that I know you're in a much better place now than you were back then, it makes sense that you were the person to talk, that you were the person to stand up and say, look, I spoke out, I got help, and things do get better.
Yeah, and the things that just give me shivers, you talking like that. So yeah, I'm very grateful you've given me the opportunity to talk. And yeah, I don't like shutting up. This is why this is why I do these podcasts. This is why I do.
The minute someone said to me, who do you want to talk with a positive story with a happy ending at the end, I was like, Dom's the person to talk.
Amazing.
And if I can answer that and not think about it, that tells me it's the right decision.
Yeah, no, honoured to do that. So 16th of November.
Yep.
Coventry, a brilliant evening. If someone's listening to this right now, what would you want them to do?
I'd want them to either be there on the night, so buy a ticket, get in touch with me. I'm sure we can offer a cheeky discount for people that have listened to this podcast. So just tell us where you find me from. My email is rebecca@cometogetherforcalm.co.uk. And if you can't attend, if you see posts popping up on your social media, share it, because you might know someone that's interested.
Yeah, amazing. Becca, I think what you're doing was a wonderful thing. I can't wait for the evening. I couldn't wait for the evening before, let alone now you want me to talk as well, even more so. Very privileged to have you on here. We are going to do another slot as well in terms of what you do. This is just about the gala. So anyone listening or watching this, if you are interested, please get in touch with Becca. Please get in touch with her team. If you need to contact me, you can, and I can put you in touch with her. But let's make the night a wonderful evening. Let's raise lots of money, because actually what we do know, it's going to make a difference.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Becca, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome, as always.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is the Charity Connector. I'm your host, Tom Fenton, and I'll see you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.